Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This week we are going to do something a little bit different. I was hoping to get the Z&R tactical recoil springs for my PDP. I didn't actually end up getting those, but the ones for my Canik showed up, so we're going to shoot that today and kind of see how that goes. But I did bring some other stuff. I got my belt fixed and did some red dot swapping. So I had been running a hollow sun on my TX22. And I kind of found some cheap knockoff Swamp Foxes. Now, I'm not 100% sure if they're actually Swamp Fox or if these are some sort of Chinese import, but we're going to give it a try and see how it works. So we're going to zero that today and kind of use that as a warm-up. And then I have been waiting to shoot this for a little while now. Maybe I'll do an everyday carry, but I'm not allowed to carry at work, so I keep a gun in my backpack, and this is the gun that I have been wanting to do, and I haven't really shot it much yet, and I wanted to, as I was working on my recoil control, this is drastically more snappy than the other guns I have, so I do fit it a little bit better, so I'm hoping that maybe it will be a good secondary everyday carry. The PDP is what I want on my person when I'm carrying that, and this will be in my backpack when that's what I'm carrying. So maybe give this a try. The way that I normally carry this, there's kind of an open space that you can slide your hand into in your backpack to pick it up. I'm thinking about getting an enclosed red dot for this, so threw the hollow sun on there for now because I'd probably do the EPS if I go with a red dot on this particular gun. So we'll give that one a try after we get warmed up here. Okay, we'll just try for center mass with the red dot today. And we need to turn it up substantially. These extendo mags are a little less reliable than the regulars. Had one go all the way to the right there, but I am at 10 yards. Should probably try to bring it up just a little bit. So I'm gonna get my tools and we will do that. Give that a try, see where we're at. All right, so vertical is pretty good. I need to move it to the left just a wee bit. Yeah, it's time to clean this thing. All right, let's get the big guns. So this is the Mete SFT. It's kind of my cool little race gun, but it now has the Z&R tactical Ultramass guide rod in it. So we're gonna see how it shoots. Nice and easy to work the slide. That's cool. Interesting. Try it with another mag here. Okay, so I do need to move my dot to the right. See how that feels. Okay, I'm gonna try a holster draw on this, see how well we can do. Just gonna aim center mass, try to really manage the recoil as best as I can. So I think I feel a definite difference in recoil on that ZNR Tactical Ultramass guide rod. Really got to work on my grip. Been doing some hand strength things, but this particular unit, the MC9 Prime, I can almost grip properly. So I'm going to see if I can do some better recoil reduction with this. Woo! That thing is loud. Holy cow. Seems like it shoots flat though. The beaver tail on this is biting my hand pretty hard, but I can get a decent grip on it. So I was kind of messing around with this the other day and I was doing some mag compatibility stuff. This is it has a 17 round magazine. It seems like the Canik 15 round mags are identical, other than the base pads that they use have kind of a thin lip on them that allow them to seat all the way. So I think if you did a mag, like a base plate change, you could probably make them work in this gun. So that's interesting for compatibility. Nice thing is all of the larger mags that you can get from Canik or Walter, the full sizes, will fit, lock in just fine and seem to function. So we'll keep going with this. I like that. I like being able to grip. This feels really nice. And we'll just strictly aim for the head. Had an issue. Seems the bullet there nosedived and got caught on the feed ramp. And this is cheap steel ammo, so I mean, I'm not totally faulting the gun, but yeah, you can see right where it caught the feed ramp. Locked it back. Let's just mag dump right into the center of the body. See how she runs. I'm still anticipating my recoil. I have to work myself out of that. I think I'm going to use my 22 to try to work through that in the long run, but I'm going to have to do some mag cleaning. It seems like it's malfunctioning quite a bit. So interestingly, I'm obviously pushing down quite a bit, anticipating recoil, and that's a bad habit that I got to work myself out of. But I am really enjoying this this MC9. It fits me much better. I can almost, when fully seated, I can almost touch my light there, so that's good. I did have to do a little bit of modification in here. When I got this, I noticed the trigger was sticking a little bit, and inside the trigger guard right here, kind of where the dingus interfaces with the with the polymer frame, there's a bit of flashing left in there, and it was catching on the dingus. So I went in there and cleaned it up with my knife, and it's been really nice and smooth ever since. Trying to keep an eye out. There's been grizzly spotted in this area quite a bit the last couple weeks, so I although armed, don't really want to mess with one of those if I absolutely have to. But I am so far relatively impressed with this. One malfunction in the first, I think I've got about 200 rounds on this, so that's not bad. But now that I'm actively trying to work on my grip, I find this gun much more controllable. I don't know if the port's helping with that or not, but I do really like the way this gun feels. So there may be a PDP up for sale in the near future, and maybe look at purchasing the PDP-F, because that reduced grip length might be very beneficial for me. But I don't know about carrying this as an everyday gun. I don't know if I'm more cognizant of it now, but I can definitely feel the concussion coming off of the port on this. So man, if you ever had to use this in a defensive scenario, you would be a hurting unit. But yeah, very awesome gun. All right, before we call it a day, I'm gonna do just a little bit more training with the 22. Work on really good form. I just can't help myself. I'm gonna put one more. I got a 10 round leftover mag here for the beast here. We'll play with the ZNR Tactical a little bit. I'm really gonna focus on clamping this down and see if I can improve my shooting here. If you really twist into it, it seems like this becomes more controllable, but I just can't get a solid grip on this like I can that other one. The narrower frame really seems to lend itself to more usability for me. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go paint my targets and pick up my fire extinguisher before I forget to move it and accidentally run over it. It's still super dry out here. I don't know if you can tell, but the whole area is absolutely crispy. You look at the hillside here. Generally when we get rain, lots of runoff comes off of this, especially right down here towards the base of this ridge. You just get massive, super tall grass because you get so much of the runoff. And it is, I think we maybe had a ½ inch for the last 6 months. It is ridiculously dry out here. But came out, any of the stuff that is growing, I tried to knock down with a weed eater this morning just to make sure I don't accidentally start any fires. But it's going to be a tough fire season. You can see it's relatively hazy as well. The Canadian fire, the smoke's starting to move in off of those Canadian fires. So it's going to be a rough fire season. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I will see you a little later this week. We're going to do some rifle shooting. I'm going to try to offset it a little bit, do some pistol work on one day, try to get really good with my defensive guns. And then we're going to jump into doing rifle work on a separate day, which is my passion. I really love shooting long-range rifles. So we're going to do a bunch of training on my 22s, maybe have my son come out and do a little bit with me. And then we're going to stretch out to, generally I got about 500 usable yards out here. So we'll do 200 on our property, and then I will call up the people that own this back here. They usually let me shoot no problem, but just want to make sure that even with the fire season, they're okay doing that. There's some rock outcrops that I can put some steel on to make it a little bit safer. So I will catch you guys a little bit later. Bye now.